Okay, so we're going to talk about rounding, which is section 1.5 on page 34. 1.5, page 34 of your text. So there's some rules for rounding, and it's in the text. It says, locate the place to be rounded and underline it, okay? Then look at the digit to the right, and if it is 5 or more, increase the underlying number by 1. If the digit is 4 or less, do not change the underlying digit. So these are the rules that you need to have, and you need to understand that. So a good example would say, okay, say I want to round, all right, example 1. I want to round 489 to the nearest hundredths place. Well, first I need to find which one is the hundredths place. What number is it, guys? Is it the 9, the 8, or the 4? The 4. So I underline it, okay? And I look to the right of it. If it's 5 or more, I add what? 1 to it, and it becomes 5, and the rest becomes 0. So it's now 500, okay? A better explanation of the rules, they have 3 steps on page 34. You can look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and then we're going to try again. Well, you have the recording. You want to take a picture of it? Go ahead. I want to do some more examples of that. Okay. Where's the eraser? Is this the eraser? I think that's the eraser. Okay, so let's erase all this. And then let's do some examples, because the examples will help you tremendously. So, and then you're going to have some problems that you can practice in there. I didn't cover that in the recording yesterday, because I kind of want to do it in person record today. All right? So, man, this thing takes a while to erase, huh? Mm-hmm. Hello. All right, so let's do an example. We're doing rounding again, okay? Round. So let's say round to nearest tens place, right? So we have 1 here. Question 1 would be 18. What do we have to do? Underline the tens place. What's a 10 place? The 1. We underline it. We look to the right. Is that 5 or more?
Yes.
If it's 5 or more, we add 1 to this. Now it becomes what? 20. And you just add a 0 after it. Okay. How about another one? Let's say there's tens place. Let's see 24. Which is the tens place? The 2. We underline it. Is that 5 or more? No. So we just keep the 2 and make it 0. 20. Let's try another one. 5, 15. Where's the tens place in this number?
1.
We underline the 1. Is that 5 or more?
Yes.
And now becomes a what? 2. So you now have 5 what? 20. Is that clear? Okay, so instead of the tens, we could try rounding to nearest hundreds this time, and do some more examples of that. Okay? And then thousands, etc. So the key is always underline the value that they're looking for. So the nearest hundreds, okay? And let's take the same examples that we just had, okay? But now, that's now 518. Let's erase this. So what's the hundredths place here? What number?
5.
The 5, right?
Yeah.
So we underline the 5. And we look to the right. Is that number 5 or more?
No.
So if it's not, we keep the 5. And the rest become what?
0.
The rest becomes 0. Is that clear? Let's try it. Let's try it. This one. I'm going to change the number again for this one. And now I'm going to put 624. What's the hundredths place here? 6. So I underline the 6. Okay. We look to the right. Is that 5 or more? No. So it becomes what? 600, right? 600. Is that clear? All right. Let's try another one. Let's erase this one. Okay. And now it's going to be 6,500. Which is the hundredths place? What number?
The 5.
5.
The 5. So we underline this 1's tens. What? This 5, right?
Yeah.
Look to the right. Is that 5 or more?
No.
So it's what? 6500. Good job. Is that clear? Not hard? So what if we do the thousands place? It's the same principle. Every time it's rounding. Now the key is, I just showed you how to do this. Now what you need to do as a student is you need to practice. If you don't practice these, you're not going to get them. Okay, I just showed you the rules. The rules are, you know, first you find the number that you're rounding to, underline it, look to the right. If it's 5 or more, add 1 to that underlined digits, and everything else after it becomes 0, right? And then the other thing is, if it's less than 5, okay, you keep that same number, and the rest becomes zeros, okay? So we're going to round to the nearest hundreds in this one, okay? I'm going to try this one, another set of numbers here, okay? Let's erase all this. So this time we're going to do the nearest hundreds. Let's see what numbers we get. Okay. All right, we did hundreds just now?
Yeah.
All right, let's do thousands then. How about that? Round to the nearest thousands. So I'll change this number. Okay, what's the thousands place?
That 5.
The 5, right? Look to the right. Is it 5 or more? No. So what was it round to? 5? 5,000, right? Okay. Let me change this number to 8. Let me do this. Okay, what's the thousands place, guys? What number?
6.
The 6, because that's ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So we underline the 6. We look to the right. Is that 5 or more? No. If it's under that, we put 6, 0, 0, 0. 6,000. Okay? Let's erase that. How about this number? Where's the thousands place? The 9, right? So we underline the 9. Look to that. Is that 5 or more?
Yes.
So now we add what? 1 to 9 makes what?
10.
10, and the whole thing becomes
0.
1,000. So that's rounding. Is that pretty clear, straightforward, not hard? You got to practice. You got to go and do the questions now.
That's
So,
right.
huh? What happened?
You need another 0, don't you?
For that, 1,000. No, oh, it's 10,000. I'm sorry. You're right. Very good. Thank you. Very good one. Good job. Okay. So again, you need to do practice problems. So somewhere in the book, which is on page 40, you should practice these problems, and that's how you're going to get better at it. I just showed you how to do it. Now practice the problems. Okay. This recording will be available to you. Okay.